Vacancy, football class, we're here to light the fire. Spin facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And we got some stuff to talk about. We have the first rounds of official visits happening right now, so we're going to be talking about that. We got some recruiting updates with guns, and we're pretty much going to be talking about recruiting and the official visits, pretty much all class. And we got some other things to talk about, including how USC could be or is right now one of the biggest powerhouses in college football right now. But let's go ahead and start off by introducing the guys here. Of course, to my right, we got Mr. B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
Everything's good, man. Fight on.
Fight on. And then to my bottom right, we got the man who runs our Twitch channel, Guns. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good. Excited to dive into this show.
All right, and we just got Mr. Normal Guy, Raul, right below me. How's it going, Raul?
All right. Fight on, family. How's it going?
All right. So, yep. So first round of official visits here. We have a little slideshow of everyone that's going to be here, but definitely let us know your comments or your questions about official visits, and hopefully we can answer those. But hopefully sometime this week we'll hear some commitments, since especially with our new policy of closing things down. If they really want to commit, then we should hopefully see some commitments this week. But yeah, so did we want to go ahead and start off with showing the slideshow, or did we want to talk about the NIL portion of it first?
Let's go NIL.
Let's go with NIL. Okay. All right. So apparently, from what who said it from On Three, saying that we were Scott? No, not Scott Schrader.
Steve.
But
Will
Steve says that USC is operating at a different level when it comes to NIL, and we're currently a powerhouse. And no, if you would have told me that we were a powerhouse in NIL last year or the year before that, I would have told you that you were lying, because we were basically non-existent when it came to NIL. But what do you guys think about those comments, and especially since we got Chad Bowden? So what's your thoughts, B. Jones?
Well, that's the thing, right? Everybody was saying before, like, let's say, for instance, Josh Pate was saying USC is just not acting like USC, right? And that was because of our NIL situation. Now that's, we seem to be at the forefront of that right now, which is what you expect from USC, right? You expect us to be the leaders in the NIL front with all the opportunities that we have out here. And not just, the donors that we have, but actual NIL. You see Wayman Jordan with a C4 deal with C4, the pre-workout company. So, you've seen in the past our guys actually having, national advertisements, which, we don't see from most schools that claim to be at the forefront of NIL. So not just, donors and money and everything that we have going on, but actual NIL, we are at the forefront, as we should be, based off our location and, our donor base.
Exactly. What's your thoughts, Raul?
I mean, it's great to hear, because obviously we were losing a few recruits the previous years because of NIL. I think had this NIL would have been established 3 years ago, we would be in a way better position in terms of depth. These previous years, we lost the big time recruits with last minute bags, especially for those people that are crying up north that we're finally using our power of NIL. Now they're complaining and crying about it. So you know who you are. Cry harder.
Can't wait for that one.
What about you, Guns?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's a long time waiting, essentially, for this to come to fruition. I got to really honestly thank Bowden, because at the end of the day, we always had that money. It's just we didn't have the right person to do the connecting and talking with the donors, just understand the importance of everything. So he's really a driving force behind this NIL. That's what's happening. So and what Raul said, I mean, it's very fascinating how years ago they were all happy about them buying players, and then since we've caught up, it's like all they can talk about is us now. So get your money up.
Exactly. Well, like it's funny because like people said that about us when we were running LA or when we were running college football back in the mid 2000s, and they were complaining about it, and then they finally did something about it and trying to destroy our program by hitting us with sanctions. Even though it wasn't USC doing that, it was just some third-party hack of a booster doing some shady stuff. But then when we finally start playing with the big boys, like the Ohio States, the Ole Misses, the Texas A&Ms, and now they're complaining about it. It's kind of funny that they were so quick to clown us because we didn't have NIL going. But the moment that we do, now, oh my God, it's unfair or blah, blah, blah. Like, they're just paying players. Like, okay, have you, like, I know Steve Sarkisian denied saying that there was a $22 million team or something like that. And there was reports about Ohio State paying like $15 million for their national championship winning team. And Oregon put out a whole bunch of money and still couldn't win. So, it's kind of sad that now that we are playing on the same level field, that now it's unfair. And I wouldn't be surprised if they start trying to limit us and like, oh, we need to figure out some regulations now, all that stuff. Now that we are actually doing what they're doing, and we're not even just paying them or whatever. We're doing like we saw with Jordan Addison. He had the United Airlines NIL. Caleb Williams had some other NIL. Like we're doing NIL how it should have been done, with new deals, getting you stuff. Like because what we did with the Branch Brothers, we got them an NIL deal with what was it, Jordan's?
Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan. Yes, sir.
And now we see Wayman, who probably didn't have this kind of ability with being in JUCO, but now look at him, like On3's tweeting about it, and because of his C4. Now I think I might have to actually get some C4 pre-workout just to support Wayman. Which I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm going to have to just to support him. But it's just I find it hypocritical of the rest of college football to complain about it now. But either way,
another note. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but it's another thing to note too, man. You see that we're not just throwing it out there, throwing the bag out there to all these, to a bunch of random guys like, some schools have done, or just, whoever has the highest rating. We're actually throwing the bag to guys that we feel are right fits for our program. And you can really see that. So yeah, that's just another thing to note, man. You see, like, we have a very robust NIL war chest, but we're using it properly.
Yeah, and it definitely helps that Chad Bowden is getting our collectives to buy into it. And it kind of annoys me that Chad Bowden, I'm sure we could have reached out to Chad Bowden a while ago when NIL was a thing, because he's always wanted to be at USC from what he's been saying. And could you just imagine if we would have had Chad Bowden at the very beginning of this whole NIL journey and not having to snap roles for for like Dave and Lincoln Riley, if we would have had just an actual general manager this whole time, where we would have been.
Right.
Like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it's kind of annoying. And we were saying it for like the past like year or so, since last year or the year before that. We need to get a general manager. Why haven't we hired a general manager? Now that we have one, you see what we're doing with a general manager, and he's literally changing the fabric of college football when it comes to NIL. Like, people are going to probably try to take notes from Chad Bowden at this point. Like, I'm sure their GM is probably other teams' GMs are probably going to go door to door like Chad did at that point. So,
Right.
C4 hits. I don't know about that. Wayne says favorite is the Jolly Rancher, so I might have to try that out.
That was a X comment, Blackiechan, or is that YouTube?
Oh, yeah, it is next.
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
Those
exactly.
around some issues with
Yeah, I
that.
don't know. I was gonna
Figure
say
that out.
YouTube. I don't think we can see the comment section right now, so we apologize for the inconvenience, guys. For those
Are
that
there
are in the
comments on the
chat.
YouTube?
You can't access comments right now on YouTube for some reason on our end.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
But going back to the NIL, I mean, shout out to Rusty. He tweeted out like that he's hearing that we can compete literally versus anybody, or we're basically the school to beat right now when it comes to NIL. So
As it should be.
Absolutely. And it's somewhat related to NIL because of the donors, but yesterday the donors were able to kind of take a walk to the new facilities. Obviously, it's not finished yet, but they were able to kind of go check it out a little bit. So hopefully they liked what they saw and opened up their checkbooks even more. So.
Sorry, YouTube. I'm trying to see if there's a way that we can get the chat.
Working on it right now.
But if you guys have X, follow us on X.
Yeah, come on over to X for now, and
I'm sure that's what Anthony's doing right now.
we'll
He's
get you. Yeah, come
Sorry,
on.
like
We appreciate it, Anthony.
We're trying to work on it here. So, but yeah, let us know what you guys think about what we just were talking about with how they're saying that we are like the leading team for NIL. Which when NIL first became a thing, we thought we would be the leaders of it. At least we would have been like the top 5, and it never came to fruition at that point. And we didn't realize that we needed a GM like every other team did. We just thought, oh hey, we're USC, NIL should be great for us. But the donors weren't really buying into it at the time, so we had to really kind of play catch up, and that's what we did with Bowden. And he did that within. When did we hire him? January.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 months, and look what he's done for USC. We have the number 1 class for right now, and we're the leading team in NIL. We're getting a whole bunch of players to shut down their recruiting because they're buying into what this team is doing, and that's what Chad Bowden's doing for this team. And he's literally changing how people perceive USC, and it also does help that Lincoln Riley has hired a great coaching staff.
Absolutely. And just a heads up, looks like YouTube chat is good now. So, Anthony, you're more than welcome to go back to YouTube if you want. I did check on my end. But yeah, it looks like we figured that out. So thank you, PC or B Jones, whoever was able to figure that out.
Was it?
Or maybe it just popped up. Either way, appreciate it.
No,
So, yeah, YouTube guys out there, you can go kind of start chatting again. But it's kind of cool that we're seeing X chats. We haven't really seen Twitter chats at all. So
Right, absolutely.
And then Anthony mentioned something right now, and I agree 100% with him.
let's see.
Yeah, that one right there.
For the new status of USC NIL and or USC money and NIL, it's all fear based because they know what a juggernaut we are when we're on top. Yeah, exactly. And like, it's funny that Oregon is complaining now because because we're beating them out on NIL because no one really wants to go to Oregon. Now that we have NIL going, they're like, okay, finally, we can actually stay home and not have to go to sad-ass Oregon and be where rain is all the time and you can't pump your own gas. You have to have someone else pump your gas for you. Like, we don't need that. Like, that's a no place to be. And I was some guy was
that a thing
on X with my post about my chains. He was trying to troll me about, oh, I should make a 7-6 blow. Like, shut up, dude. No one cares about Oregon. And just because he's from California but was a grad from Oregon, he was trying to do all this stuff, and he kind of shut up after I pointed out that you literally have no championships. And he was like, okay, yeah, we don't have shit.
Yeah, but going back to Anthony's comment, I feel like everybody that's definitely crying about and complaining is because they're scared that, once we figure it out completely, because it seems like we have it figured out already when it comes to NIL. Once we get the on-field production and the proof of concept, it's going to be over for the rest of the college football world.
Listen,
it's going to be very hard to compete against us. Go ahead, B. Jones.
My bad, man. I didn't even cut you off, but I think everybody needs to go back to media days of last year and remember what Riley said. Right? He made it his mission to make USC the mecca of college football again. So he warned all you fools. Y'all decided not to listen, man. We knew what was coming. Y'all thought we was going to be down forever. I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but I don't know why y'all thought that.
Exactly.
History always repeats itself.
And really quick, shout outs to Kristen for allowing us to have this show start now. The show can now start. I have access to comments now. It's not a show until I get in here. I appreciate the $5 donut. I really appreciate that, man. And but yeah, like it's the same comments when people talk about USC now. Like, they clearly don't understand what is going on at USC. Their go-to comment is, "Oh, Lincoln Riley doesn't know defense." Like, how long can you guys continue to just rely on that little put down? It's really it's just like, I know what you are, but what am I? It's just like they're reusing the same thing over and over again. They're not actually putting out stuff that is actually accurate about USC. Like, you don't have to, your head coach doesn't have to know defense or offense. They need to have the right staff around them to help them win. Like Ed Orgeron, he won a national championship, but he had a staff around him that was able to coach the positions, and he was able to win the national championship. Granted, it sucks that they let him go like the year after that, but still, like, you just got to have the right staff and the right coaching, and then you can do it.
Yep. And then just kind of going back to what B. Jones stated on Lincoln Riley, it kind of connects to an extent. When he was at Oklahoma, what were they saying about Lincoln Riley, B. Jones? Wait until he what?
Wait until he gets the defense. Yeah.
So he finally has a defense. You guys are saying that, oh, he's not a head coach, he's an offensive coordinator. Guess what? Well, last year, our defense was the better part of the team. I think on both sides of the ball, I think our defense, was the overall better performer, even though, we lost a few games at the end. We didn't have the depth, but now we do have the depth, or at least we're very close to where we need to be at. And this year, Lincoln Riley could fully focus on just being a head coach and being the offensive coordinator for USC football. And He's corrected a lot of his mistakes. So whoever's still sleeping on USC is going to be very, very surprised when the season starts and, the development of USC football throughout the year.
Yeah.
Well, bro, you and I have, a slight advantage compared to everyone else. We got a sample size of what's coming. And I'm just going to remind you guys of a quote that I mentioned to you guys weeks back from a player who we interviewed here on the show, friend of the podcast, Carlon Jones. his quote to me, bro, you remember this? He said, "The defensive line is 10 times better than it was last year." And I would have to agree based on what I saw, and that's not to mention the freshmen that can come in contribute early, like Gus Cordova, and we didn't even get a chance to see Keyshawn Silver. And the defense just look. I'm telling you, the D line looks night and day. And if we're being real, our defensive line was pretty solid considering what we had last year. So,
yeah,
we have a lot to be excited about, guys. Just can't wait to shut the rest of the road up, man. They don't know what's coming.
Well, see,
So, yeah.
It's funny though. Like the talking heads are now actually starting to like talk positive about USC, and they're just trying to jump on the bandwagon or whatever. But then like 3 months before, they were talking crap about us. But it's just like now they see what we're building. They're saying that this is completely different from last year. That's what they're saying. Like that's a lot of what everyone's talking about USC. Like, oh, USC's class is going to crumble, but no, this is different because it's California kids and everything like that, and we got our NIL situation covered. That's what that's what all the talking heads are talking about now. That we are, that all the recruits are saying that that there's just something different now about USC. Listen to Brandon Lockhart. He's been telling everyone that this is completely different from a couple years ago. Like he's the first one to tell you that USC is different and that we're coming back. We're coming back to the old days. Like he's literally shouting that out at the mountaintop, and now people are starting to listen because they realize that, oh hey, we got our NIL deal, or we got our NIL back, or at least up and going.
Right.
Yeah. Real quick.
Oh yeah, sorry. B Jones, we got a legitimate 2 deep. Yeah.
You know what, man? I would say we got damn near 3, and I mean that when I say. I'll say we got a 2.8 right now.
Talk about defensive line.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Keyshawn, Jaw Jarrett, Thanos, Kobe, and we have
yeah.
I know Tyler's probably feeling like a team.
There we go. Like
literally, like we are 3 deep right now with a lot of experience too. By the way, it's not just young talent and not relying on a specific player to be our playmaker. We have multiple playmakers on this defensive line, like Devin Tompkins, who everyone is talking about right now. Like everyone wants to talk about Jaw Jarrett, Keyshawn, everything like. But a day oneer with Devin Tompkins is coming in, and people are talking about him. He probably was the MVP on the defensive side during spring camp. Is that what something you would say, B Jones?
I mean, small sample size. I can't give him the whole camp, obviously. We can see the whole camp,
but what everyone is talking about, like when
I would agree.
Based on what we saw last year and based on what we saw this spring, he's going to be playing on Sundays. What round, that's yet to be determined. We'll see, but Dev is a guy, man. And
he's going to be a problem for sure.
Yeah, he needs to be some more. He needs more love.
Do you not know who his coach is? A guy that has been coaching one of the multiple future Hall of Famers, Coach Henney. Literally is what's revitalizing this defensive line. Is everyone's buying into dog work mentality. Yep. Dog work, no work. So,
all right. I think we move on now.
We can move on. Let's see what people don't understand. Top 150 ranked recruits don't shut down recruitment. The fact that we have several, that is crazy too. Yeah, because they want to shop around and get the best NIL deal. If they're willing to shut it down, that means that they got a great NIL deal with USC. And everyone wants to talk about the whole Mark Bowman NIL, but we don't have confirmation on anything. But there's rumors about his NIL deal. But it's just, if we're able to do that kind of stuff and still have more money for other NIL deals, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
Which, if you told us that like a year or two ago, no.
Mhm.
But all right, let's move on to the OVs. Pretty much the reason why we have this show going on tonight is the first round of official visits. So let me go ahead and just kind of bring this up here. Got a little slideshow that I'm kind of proud of. So get it going here, and we'll pass it off to Guns here to give us the lowdown of everything going on here. So take it away, Guns.
Yeah, so the first two is Jet Washington. So Jet Washington is actually visiting right now. So hopefully we hear great things after this week. Definitely a big time target. Him and Devon Benjamin are our top two safety targets. We have a couple other safety targets. But yeah, this is a 5-star. Bishop Gorman, Vegas kid. So Kobe's nephew. can't forget that, obviously. But yeah, big time kid here, and excited to see what we can do with him. I'd say right now, in terms of a commitment meter in the future, I'd say we're in the medium right now, right? We still got some work to do, obviously, but again, going back to Bowman, yeah, I mean we can flip things like it's nothing. And Jet is a class of 26 kid. And then the second one is Elbert Hill from Akron, Ohio. Big time 4-star, 5-star DB. Legit kid. I mean, obviously he's committed. He's shut down. Somebody that we've been working really hard with throughout this whole recruitment. Very excited to get him on this team. Him and B-Lock are really having a connection. I think that's a big, another reason why we got him outside of the staff is B-Lock. He was definitely vocal with his recruitment. Yeah, so the next two here is Booby Feaster, other known as Ethan Feaster, if you want to use his real name, from out of DeSoto, Texas. He's not committed right now. He's got LSU, Bama, us, and Texas A&M. I'd say we're in that medium category as well right now. And we'll learn more about when we go over the recruiting updates. But he's definitely one of our options at the end of the day. Him and someone else, which we'll go over momentarily. So we got some work to do, obviously. But again, we could easily get this guy to commit in the future, and I'm excited that he's going to be with a lot of other committed kids. And then big guy is our 5-star guy. He is not actually Akron, Ohio. I did see that, so apologies for that. But he's a Cali kid. He goes to IMG out in Florida as well. Kenye Pepe, big time kid. So excited for his commitment to somebody that honestly, if we didn't have Coach Dog, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, where we'd be at right now. So somebody that can play right away if possible, if not, definitely that second year. But this is somebody that is going to produce once he gets on campus.
I apologize. There might be another Archbishop Hoba Akron title on here. So.
California kid, Blackiechan. He's a California kid. I don't care what high school he's going to right now.
All right.
Yeah, so the next one is Jalen Lott, another 4-star out of Texas. This is the other wide receiver option. So pretty much is down to Bobby Feaster and Jalen Lott. I would say Jalen Lott is in that high category in terms of a possible commit. Somebody I think that could definitely happen. His sister is on the track team. So there's a connection there. Family, obviously likes USC. Not a crazy flight or whatnot. So definitely other schools, like a Texas, Oklahoma's and stuff like that. But I definitely think we're a front runner, one of the front runners in his recruitment. And then Samote committed. He's one of the early commits. back in, I want to say, February, March. So, excited to have him as a commit. Can't wait to have him on campus. He's actually working out right now at our camps. So that's pretty cool. He's getting some work in with Coach Nua. And, there's somebody that is a game changer. So,
shout outs to Carson Palmer, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, this is the big time kid, Talanoa Illy. This is we're definitely in that high category. People would definitely say we're the front runner. Give some credit to Raul down there. You definitely got to watch out for UCLA. There's some family ties, and we'll keep an eye on that. But he's pretty much ours to get. There's definitely some rumors out there that he's going to be signing his NIL deal this weekend. We'll see if that does come to fruition. He moved up his visit from the 17th to now, and it really sounds like he's going to be like shutting down other OVs after this week. So definitely, again, it's like a USC UCLA battle due to that situation. So even though it does say Hawaii, he's a Cali kid at heart for us. So we will factor him into that percentage if anyone was curious.
Yeah, because he did go to Orange Lutheran.
Yes, Orange Lutheran. Yep.
He's a Cali kid with Hawaiian ties because of his dad and family,
exactly.
But he's a California kid. And then, hey, on my defense, his parents have been pro Cali ball, so I really do think it's a USC versus UCLA battle at the end.
They're just being nice.
Yeah, and I'll give him that then. He's just being nice to his family.
Definitely. And then the other guy is from Mater Dei. We flipped him basically. Don't care if he decommitted and then committed. He basically was a flip from Oregon. Tom, somebody that will be honestly at every official visit from what we're hearing. So this is his actual official visit. And so, excited to have him part of the crew. He's going to be a key factor in terms of Talanoa. And he's a key factor with, I'd say Bowman probably was a reason as well. Just he's everyone loves him in terms of, every Cali recruit and whatnot. So excited to have him on.
Next to B-Lock, he's probably one of our better recruiters, at least with his ties to the other players. So definitely shout outs to him. Like if you see any kind of like USC, like the 247 or whatever, they always mention that Tom's always on campus. He might as well have. I wish he could have reclassified for this season, like RJ Sermons, but it is what it is. But
all right. Next two here is Sean Alston out of Ohio, big time running back, thumper, I guess you could say, a thunder. Big time guy. Don't underestimate his speed, like he has told us on this channel. But excited to have him part of the class, and I'm glad that he's visiting this weekend. And then the other one, Trent Mosley, 4-star wide receiver, big time kid, very underrated.
Sorry, guys, don't mean to cut you off with Blackiechan.
No, you're good.
Come on, man.
What?
You can find a better picture of Trent Mosley. What is that garbage on his head?
Oh, that's from his 247. Yeah,
it's from 247. That's what I.
Which I actually like right now because he even kind of makes me feel a little bit better that he's wearing Oregon, but he's really a USC commit. But I get you. I get what you're saying.
Blame 247. Okay, I put this together and I just
a little dig to them, Hey, he's wearing your stuff, but you still couldn't get him. You gotta get your money up over there up north. But this is somebody that is legit. Somebody that could definitely get into rotation next year, given kind of the depth at the wide receiver position going into next year. Somebody shout out to Savage for this one. I'd say if we didn't have Savage, we didn't have Bowden. Not sure where we'd be at with him.
Suck it, Oregon. And Notre Dame.
All right. Peyton Dyer out of Georgia. very underrated DB. He was a South Carolina commit. He was a commit until I'd say around March, April when he did visit us. Right after that visit, he did decommit. So I think there's definitely that connection and that factor in terms of this recruitment. I'd say it's us, Georgia, and Penn State. Penn State probably might be the leader right now, but you never know. We have one more, DB spot given the situation with the RJ Sermons situation. We could get two in this recruitment, but this is somebody that is kind of flying under the radar. Obviously, a lot of the talk in the past has been the local kids, but this is somebody we can't sleep on. So
Yeah, when I saw Duluth, I thought that was from Minnesota, by the way.
yeah. And then next guy, very underrated kid, got great frame. Excited to see him on campus is Roderick Tizino out of Louisiana. Somebody that's just great size, 6'2", 6'3", I'd say. Yeah, just somebody that's another underrated kid. So excited to see him get on campus. And if it hasn't been known yet, Raul, he is shut down. So I just wanted to let you know that, Raul.
Sorry, he's not from California, though.
That's all right. As long as he shut it down, I'm good with that.
All right. Next two very underrated kids. I mean, pretty much everyone is, but Cannon Smith from out of Denver, Colorado. He is a versatile kid on the offensive line. He's playing tackle in high school, but he will be our center, as we've mentioned before, in college. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be moving inside. So, got athleticism for that position. So excited to see what he can do for us in the future. And then Joshua Holland, obviously, again, we've talked about this past. There's been some smoke with Georgia, but it seems like, it's settling down a little bit. We'll definitely, keep an eye on this. Obviously, in the future, you never know in recruiting. But, yeah, out of St. John Bosco, California kid, somebody that has 6'2", I think, 6'1", great frame as a DB. Potentially couldn't slide to the safety position as well, from what I'm hearing. So got some versatility with him. But yeah, somebody that's he's a dog.
Well, the fact that he's still committed to USC with our policy of shutting things down, I feel like he would have decommitted if he was still looking to be with Georgia by now.
Yep, I agree. I mean, he's last we heard is he's recruiting for us and stuff like that. So to me, it seems like he's definitely abiding by that policy, and until otherwise, I guess.
Yeah.
And then lastly is Andrew Williams, somebody that I would say kind of came out of left field. We weren't hearing much about him. We offered him very early on in the process when Bowden came on, and he pretty much jumped on it right away. Out of Los Angeles, California, somebody that has got great frame as an edge defender. Probably obviously got to put some weight on him as everyone. But don't sleep on him. I think this is somebody that can come represent his city and his state and ball out for USC.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad we're getting like these kids that are from schools that are not like super well known, but definitely still have the players to be able to compete at the high level. It's just you got to find them. You can't just like narrow it down to the schools that everyone talks about. You got to go out there and find those diamonds and, from other schools. And like I think he has a chance that he could really shock people. And people are going like, oh, how did USC find this guy? It's just like you just got to look.
Absolutely. I mean, just like Chase Dennis, right? Right. Another somebody that kind of came out of left field. Obviously, he's not on this weekend, but I'd say he's in the category like Andrew Williams, where we just somebody that's going to represent for his city and great frame, great size. So can't sleep on any of these kids, regardless of the ranking that these sites give them. So
yeah, I would say he's becoming a fan favorite, at least from like the online community for USC. Like people were talking about him, and like Scott Schrader and 247 for USC is constantly like tweeting out like videos of him doing good at camps, at least for Chase. Not Andrew, Chase is. And I'm sure if Andrew were to be going to these camps, I'm sure we'd see a lot of clips from him too.
Absolutely.
He's definitely got to be a sleeper, because the reason why a lot of inner city schools, you don't hear a lot about those kids anymore, is because of these private schools are plucking them away. And so it's great to see an inner city kid get an offer from a D1 school, especially at USC. So super excited for him, be rooting for him.
Yeah, this is the type of kid that you would probably see going to like Boise State and probably end up doing really well there.
Right.
And then he goes into the transfer portal because the stock has risen. But it's just he'll probably always be that good. It's just like you got to give him a chance, because just because he's not going to the high profile schools doesn't mean he's not going to be a great player. So I'm glad we were able to pick him up.
Absolutely. So I just have a question for you guys. Out of the four, so the four non-commits again, Jalen Lott, Bobby Feaster, Talanoa Illy. Well, I don't even know, it's pretty much all the smoke there, and then Peyton Dyer. I'll include Talanoa, but who do you think is going to commit out of those four? Oh, Jet as well. Sorry, Jet Washington.
That's cheating. That's cheating. I was going to say Talanoa Illy, according to what everybody's saying, he should be a USC commit. So
you could
how many
Adam in them?
Aside
from
him,
5 uncommits right now.
So where do you guys put the number? Where do you guys put this number at? Over 2 or under 2?
Okay.
Or I guess I'll put it at 1.5. 1.5. Under 1.5 or over 1. Under or over 1.5 in terms of commitments from this week.
I'd say over 2.
I want to play it safe. I want to say we're going to get one. Of course, Talanoa Illy. That's the only one that I'm like the most comfortable with, and maybe Jalen, since from what we're hearing, but it could easily be Jet. Who knows? But we'll see. But I want to play it safe.
I'm gonna say 2.5. I think we'll get 2.
So who do you think then?
What?
So who are you saying is going to commit this week?
I'm gonna say Talanoa, and I'm gonna say
who?
I'm gonna say Jet, but I'm gonna say 0.5. I think that we can make up a lot of ground with another.
But you think they'll commit? You think they'll shut it down this week though? I'm just talking in general. So, well, the two.
Yeah,
like
in general, I think it's Jet. Obviously, Talanoa. I think everyone could add that one there.
Jet, Talanoa, and either between Jalen Lott and Bowie Feaster, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Jalen Lott right now, but wouldn't surprise me. During this weekend we hear smoke around that, and then I changed my prediction. But basically, from what we're hearing, we're going to be adding one more wide receiver. So I'll give the edge to Jalen right now.
So can we get Jet Washington shut it down, commit Talanoa Illy, and who else?
We're using our money wisely. I'll repeat that. We're spending our money wisely.
I mean, I think Jet Washington, he needs to come over here. I mean, his uncle was an LA legend. It's an LA legend. So it's like
not just that, man. I mean, obviously, that's cool, but he's a perfect fit in this defense, man. I think he's gonna fall in love with Dan Lynn's scheme and his plan for him. I think he's gonna do a great job, or is doing a great job of selling that right now.
He's definitely the type of player that Lynn easily could utilize in his scheme. So, like he has to be able to see the reason why we're recruiting him so hard. Like he's like the perfect fit for that position. And like I don't know. It's just your cousin graduated from USC. Your uncle was a legend from Los Angeles. Like you need to be a part of that too. Right?
And then he could be like the Mamba Academy or Mamba athlete in terms of being sponsored too. So
yeah, like this dude, he kind of if he kind of gains some more weight, he has the size of like a Taylor Mays. He's what 6'5", 200. Like he can easily add more bulk to his body, and he has the speed, so it's in his name. So like I don't see how he could think that Oregon or who are the teams involved with his recruiting?
Yeah, I'd say right now it's Bama, Oregon, and us are I would say the top three.
Yeah,
There's
like
another school in the mix I can't think of for some reason, but yeah, definitely those are the three to watch out for right now.
Sorry, I was just reading what Anthony James was saying. That's your new nickname, Raul. Shut it down.
hey, I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry, why did I just call you Jet? Guns, can you repeat who are the people that are in his recruiting?
For Jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bama, us, and Oregon.
Okay. Not Texas A&M. Oh no, that was Madden. Never mind. Did you want to talk about Madden too? Since we talked about some of the wide receivers that we're going after. So I know some people might still talk about them.
Yeah, that was part of the recruiting update. So I mean, we could pop into that real quick. Also, Ohio State's involved as well with Jet, but I think they definitely need to catch up some ground in terms of that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, Madden Williams, we have officially moved on from Madden Williams. We have canceled the official visit. He was scheduled to visit next week. And that kind of goes into, again, Jalen Law, Bobby Feaster. We're only looking for one more wide receiver, and it sounds like, the staff is feeling more comfortable with those two. And I understand it from the perspective is that Madden Williams is committed, right? Obviously he's still looking around, but he is verbally committed to Texas A&M. So, from that perspective, I can understand that the staff is like, okay, what we can –
down.
Exactly. Just look at the two guys that haven't verbally committed to schools. So, yes, Anthony, yes, it came out today from our guy Belair. Yes, it's a bit of a bummer. Obviously, California kid, St. John Bosco, but we understand. We understand that the staff, it was what they're going to do. So.
Yeah,
I trust them.
With the whole situation of our new policy of you shutting it down, I'm sure he probably doesn't want to verbally decommit right now from Texas A&M until he takes his other visits and all that stuff. So I'm sure I'm sure we probably feel a lot better about getting recruitment, getting it shut down between Lott and Feaster, which. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for you to shut it down, focus on high school, your last year of high school football, and then moving into USC. We don't want you to be taking your trips at this point. We want you to lock it down, recruit for us, and then focus on getting your NIL deal set up with us, with House of Victory, and then be on campus. I don't know how many of these people are going to be early enrollees, but I'm sure we might try to push for that too.
And I have a question, I guess, to add on top of what you've mentioned regarding Madden. So do you think us canceling his OV means that we feel really good about either Lott or Bobby Feaster?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely that has a factor in it as well. So
I like the fact that we're actually canceling visits too. Like we're taking kind of control in a sense as well, and we're definitely like we're not like being like rude about it, but we're just trying to be kind of aggressive, and we're trying to just make sure that you're our guy. We want you to be sure that you're a USC guy, and that's it.
Absolutely.
And what if they both want in? like say that a Lot and Bowie Feaster want in, because they have them scheduled in the same weekend. So I don't think one cancels one out, right? Like I would think that, like if both want in, I think they'll take them.
Yeah, I mean, I from what we always heard in the past is that they would take the commits and then kind of figure out the numbers later on. So that would not surprise me either. If we do take both and then near signing day and we kind of decide, okay, out of these wide receivers we're going to take XYZ and W is going to be bounced. So we'll see.
If it's nice to have this kind of feeling where we kind of have our pick of who we want. We're picking and choosing who we want. Before we were kind of like, I wouldn't say desperate, but it just felt like we were kind of uncertain with a lot of recruits, that it was always up to signing day if they were going to be with USC or not. But now we're just kind of we're in the driver's seat with a lot of these recruits.
And I think Kristen has a question.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd say Lions is definitely a lost cause. He's not visiting this month. There's still a chance, that he visits during the season. Arrington, he's still scheduled for the 17th, even though he did shuffle around his OVs. From what I'm hearing, though, is we would drop a huge bag on him, and stuff like that. So I mean, I think that kind of tells you how the staff kind of feels in a way. But I mean, he's still going to take his visit as of now, and we're definitely going to try to get him to commit still. So, but I'd say getting close to that lost cause probably.
So, what do you think about him having Oregon as his first visit? You think that hurts them or helps them?
Hurts.
Yeah, I'd say it hurts. Yeah, I'd say it definitely hurts because his July 5th date is. So I mean, like if he were to stay at the 20th, because it seems like every school he goes to, like that's his number one in a way, like how I'm approaching it.
Can't get a reason.
I was gonna say it hurts him because if he doesn't commit right after that OV, I don't think Oregon will get him. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think he'll commit unless. Yeah, I would be surprised honestly if he does commit after any official visit, because he's announced his commitment date. But I mean, he's kind of a wild card out there in my opinion with what's going on in his recruitment. So you never know. And then I have a couple other updates just real quick. Vincent Smith, we mentioned him in the past. He's a DB, versatile kid. He's a safety target for us. I definitely say he's under the Jet Washington, the Devon Benjamin kind of tier in terms of targets. But he's officially going to be visiting June 20th. And again, he's committed to Northern Illinois. Pretty much all his official visits, though, are not related to Northern Illinois. So I think at the end of the day, it seems like this kid's going to flip to wherever school. And then the last two, Peyton Houston, he'll be taking it unofficial this month from what we're hearing. Again, he's the 27 QB target that we were kind of zeroing in on right now. And then also another Louisiana kid, Edge Zyron Forstall. He is visiting South Carolina. Wow, I apologize. University of Southern California. Right now, I know, guys. I know. I apologize. I was thinking of Peyton Dyer, so apologies. Anyway, he's visiting right now, and he started his visit yesterday. Another 27 kid, and again with the connection with Louisiana and Peyton Houston, you never know. And shout outs to Kenneth Wynn for finally showing up to a live. I appreciate him for actually saying wow. So thank you for joining in.
But see, like a lot of people are kind of talking about the situation going on with Lions, and it's just Lincoln Riley, of course, has learned from it, learned his lesson. And Raul did mention this before, though. Like this is not the same kind of situation that was with Juju Lewis last year, where Juju was committed to us and he still talked to other teams. Lions is not committed to USC, but he still wants to take his visits. But Right now, he is a 2027 kid, and Lincoln Riley has found another kid with a Peyton Houston for 2027. He definitely has the skill set. He has a great arm. If you haven't watched his tapes, he's definitely he's a great quarterback, and I wouldn't be surprised if he moves up to 5-star towards when it gets to the 2027 class. But dude can ball. He can move. He kind of has that ability to throw off platform, and he's definitely a great quarterback. And Lincoln Riley has zeroed in on him. So, and you all know when Lincoln Riley zeroes in on you, you're that guy. But now he's kind of evolved in his kind of QB kind of recruitment. He's not going to just like he'll put all his eggs in one basket, but if you're not like kind of buying into it, he'll back off now. He's not gonna screw himself over by not having a backup plan or just not having eyes on another player if you haven't fully committed to USC. But yeah, like what Kristen said, Payne Houston is a real deal. It reminds me of Kyler Murray. I don't know if he's as fast as Kyler, but he definitely has the escapability of Kyler and Caleb. But Kyler was fast.
Yeah, that guy has a very quick release too, man.
Yeah, he has a great release and strong arm and really good ball placement.
Yep.
But going back, I'm gonna take it back a little bit, guys. Going back to Lions, I don't think we're completely out of the Lions sweepstakes, in my opinion, because he is a 2027 kid, right? So maybe Bowden told Lions, say, hey, you know what? Really take your time because you're going to be our 27 quarterback, and we want you to see what we have planned for you, and then we want you to come to to take the OV during an actual game. And I think that can work in our favor, especially if we have him late and he has this hype on USC. And so I'm just saying, I don't think we're out of the picture, and it might work in our best interest to push that OV out.
Yeah, definitely. It's just,
you're not wrong. I mean, he's going to take his official visit. I think the fact that, though, like, again, right, we're shifting gears and Peyton Houston's getting talked about more.
But we also know that there's a certain team is actually desperate now at this point to find a quarterback in the 2027 class right now with
Yeah, I saw that, Ken. Watch when I see you out here.
But
Call me Homer. You call it whatever you want, but when I'm proven right.
And then regarding the Lions, Anthony had a question about this. He would be classified as the 26 class, even though he won't be on campus till 27. So if we were to get him, he would factor into the rankings and all that. So
shout out to USCJ in the house. Appreciate you. Go ahead and check out his show with Eason Tapa. He did an interview with them, so definitely go ahead and check out that. But either way, I'm not worried about QBs. Like, everyone can talk about QBs and everything, but we already have two great quarterbacks right now that are one's on campus and one is going to be on campus with Jonas Williams. So, like, sure, we can talk about 2027 quarterbacks, but we are like, who knows if they're going to be starting, because we already have some great quarterbacks in the wing. And Hassan Longstreet has already had spring practice. He had winter practice during
the bowl game. He had bowl practice too, the bowl game practice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. BRP is going to be coming up.
So dude is ahead when it comes to early enrollees. He's been on campus for a while, and sure, Lincoln Riley has already appointed Jaden Mayama as the quarterback, but who knows? We're probably going to see Hassan get some reps during some of those garbage times. So it's going to be great.
Hey Jay, since you're in the chat, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Our over under, it's 2.5 of commitments that we get out of this official visit weekend. Where do you put your number at?
Well,
Decided wait for the comment. You know what?
And Jay,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
so Josh says 2.5.
It's about what I said.
Everyone's. I'm just more cautious at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if we did. It's just like I'm just being like, I feel like we have a good grasp when it comes to Ely. We just gotta see at least me and Jay, we have the right thoughts. At least one. I know for at least one. But either way, right now we're still one of the hottest teams in college football, in recruiting, NIL, all of it. And yeah, no matter what those haters say, all they spew is the same exact thing. Oh, you don't know defense. Like that's like so 2 years ago. People chill. Like you sound like a parent. Oh, Anthony James says under 2, so you're at 1.5 to 1. And then Anthony James, or he also says under 2.5 is an okay number. It's the motion of the recruiting ocean that counts. Hey, we're pretty much way ahead of schedule right now when it comes to where we want it to be, I feel like. And I think we're going to try to get these guys to shut down their – I think we're going to try to get to like 35 before the season even starts. And then we're just going to be kind of done recruiting, just consistently recruiting the guys that we have. Like the recruiting doesn't stop. It starts even it gets more serious the moment they commit to USC. That's when we start always having them on campus. Like Tom dude has literally been on campus. Is he taking classes at USC at this point? I feel like he should be.
I don't think so, but yeah. Well, it's surprising. He's always there, which is great.
Which that's like when someone says USC is their dream school, he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's living his dream by committing to USC, and he's going to be one of the big anchors of bringing USC back. Unlike for some reason some other kid saying that USC is their dream school and yet doesn't even try to, or I don't know what's going on with that, but
yeah.
Right on, Anthony.
Oh, you were at work? Shame on you. In your job. Just like Ken. This one isn't over. I wonder what he's thinking now. Like, does he still think that it's not over yet? Like we kind of have. I guess we can talk about this here. Dang it! I thought I had it, but I was like the dumb duck of the week, which it's always the guy from Scoop. It is what it is.
It's got to be him. For sure. He's the one that has the biggest following. Works for On 3, and he still cries the loudest.
Exactly. And real quick, this is just a little shout out for me here. I want to give a shout out to John Hung and Cash Benham. Those were the first two people to make a purchase for my chains for Blackiechan. I guess that's the name of my chains at this point. But
do you have a chain? If you're gonna bring it up, you gotta show the chains on the show at least.
Well,
link is in the description.
I shipped those out already, and one of them is actually a USC alumni too. He used this USC education email.
Nice.
So all of them are going to Los Angeles. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about by now, go ahead and look in the description box, man. There's a link in there to get your chains, man. Get your Blackie chains for this upcoming season, man. Show them
they look nice, man. Those chains look nice. So.
Right there.
Hey, Father's Day is coming up, guys. So put your orders in.
Get your orders in.
Go ahead and flood them, man. Flood them.
And you know what? I might actually come out with some ornaments too. Look at this little one right here.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
That's smart. The ornaments, yeah, need that.
Yeah, I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of USC stuff. So wait, what the fuck? BC is actually at the Collie. Yeah, same with Raul. He's definitely not there, and Reggie Bush is not right behind B Jones.
No, he's not.
But yeah, definitely shout outs to those guys. Really appreciate it. And if you guys want to know a little bit more or find the form, it's on my Twitter, and I'll probably retweet it out here pretty soon. And yeah, they're great. And I make them all to order. So if you guys want them, just let me know, and we'll get there. And you don't have to just get the icons. You can get the chain by itself, whatever you want to do. But, yeah, they're nice.
Pretty easy link, so pretty straightforward. I enjoyed it. It's nice.
All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to cover today? Other than that, we can just get out of here. But yeah,
Right. Bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you ended up. I don't know it, but I saw your tweet about Tyler Vaughn. So why don't you go ahead and shout him out, B Jones?
Yeah, shout out to Tyler Vaughn and Janae Harris. Both of them made all league, right? All XFL team. So yeah, shout out to our Trojans, man, doing their thing.
did Burnett not make it?
Who?
Burnett, Deontay?
Not that I'm aware of.
Deontay should have made it.
Yes, and I apologize, but I think I only saw those two.
Deontay Burnett definitely was showing out in the UFL as well. There's some
Yeah.
crazy handed catches that he's been making. But yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler Bonds is like one of the best wide receivers in the UFL, and he should be in the NFL right now. But
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if a team signs him to training camp and see where it goes. I would assume. I would hope. We'll see.
But yeah, we was talking about the field goal, bro.
Oh, field goal. You're talking about field goal.
You tried to deflect.
No, I wasn't. I thought you were just trolling me because I always got something to say at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's coming soon, so I got the stuff ready already.
Do you now?
have it.
I do.
Not a team.
No, I don't have the tripod. I gotta place an order for that tripod. So I'll place the order for the
Send a
tripod.
link on Amazon.
Get it over the weekend. I might put it. We might go live on Father's Day and say, "All right, guys, come on, take
There
that
you
field
go.
goal. It's gonna be easy money. 30 yards. Come on, guys."
All right. Yeah.
So if it's so easy, why haven't you been doing it?
Well,
What's
I'll
that?
get it done. I just need access to a field like the Banning High School that's near me. It's closed right now, so it's like I don't have access to it. So once I get access to that, I'll make sure I get that video up.
We look forward to it, man. We look forward to it.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything in the chat you guys want to bring up? Anything about the recruiting updates, OVs that you guys want to talk about? Let us know before we get out of here. Speak now or forever hold your peace until next Sunday. Josh says that wasn't Tyler Bonds with the Steelers. Was he?
He was. Yeah.
Was he drafted or was he a free agent or a undrafted free agent for you guys?
I believe we signed him after his first stint with the UFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they need to use him properly.
Yeah, that damn organization over there. It doesn't even have a quarterback, so.
Yeah. Are they still in talks with Rodgers?
Seems like it, yeah. Who knows now? Sounds like Kirk Cousins starting to get involved. I mean, we're doomed this year. That's how I'm looking at it. Just start Will Howard. He won a national championship. Start him, dude. Figure it out.
Why not? Like, hopefully, you guys can still carry on the tradition of having a positive season. So,
So just so you guys are aware, I just sent Raul a link to a tripod, so he has no more excuses.
Did you?
yes, he did. It's in the Discord.
So,
And definitely also like,
Hey,
subscribe, become a
Jones.
member, And like when 2020 college football 2026 comes out, we'll definitely get you on the team. I don't know if we're going to be still Cal Southern Centaurs. We might change it up. Who knows? If you guys have another name for a college football team that you guys want us to make,
Let us know.
let us know.
Take into consideration.
And
Yeah, if you guys want to join, want to become a member, we'll try to get in contact with you. I don't know. Can we talk to these members through YouTube? If not, we can figure it out.
No, X would be the better. X, right?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, follow us on X, and we'll get you. We'll communicate with you guys, and we'll figure it out. Again, we might have to do some negotiations on your position if there's a lot of people at that one position. We'll see. We'll keep you updated.
And James Booker says, "What do y'all think about Booby as a receiver?" And let's see. I'm pretty sure you were. I think you, James also said that he kind of reminds him of Robert Woods. What do you guys think?
I can see that. Yeah, he's a legit wide receiver. Texas, they had no slouches over there at that state in terms of wide receivers. DeSoto, Texas, in particular as well. Great program there. Developed some good wide receivers. So, yeah, he's no slouch. So, he's a dog.
But just curious as to why you wrote Booby twice.
Yeah.
Two different spellings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, he's also part like Guns. Did you say that he's part of a powerhouse team with DeSoto? That's like their top program in Texas. Isn't that like
He's one of them? Yeah, they're definitely one of them. Kristen, don't worry. We'll
IG, man. We got your IG, Chris. You good?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, you're locked in as the kicker though, and we'll communicate through here since you're always here. So don't worry, we got you.
But, we definitely need a kicker. So, all right, guys. Well, if that's it, we're going to head out of here. Catch us this Sunday for this episode, and hopefully we have some great news. We'll find out maybe if we're over or under of our picks for this official visit, and next week we'll have some more official business. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. Keep the torch burning bright, guys. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and fight on, guys.
Fight on.